What we have here is another bomber day. It's fluffy. It's so light. And look at these two rock stars in their suits. I have EWT suit envy. Luke just figured out he was too warm, so he opened up his back zippers. Show off. I don't got back zippers. Nice. All right. Well done. Okay, it's almost time to go snowbiking. I just have to attach my seat. It's been draining over in the sink there from the last ride. Later in this episode, I'm going to introduce you to a couple of everyday carry toolkits. I'm going to use mine right now to put my seat on, and then it's time to go. Okay. 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 Fantastic. There you go. All right. Read the package. What is this? It all fell on me, Marco. This might take a minute. So, if you don't mind, let's cut to a section or a segment that I filmed at the vault. My toolkit stuff. Check it out. We'll get ourselves unscrewed. Hey everybody, I have a fun little micro segment that covers something I geek out on a fair bit, and that's these little tiny toolkits. Different ways to build your everyday carry, whether it's just for biking or just around town. And I want to share with you a couple of my favorites. Of course, you've seen many times we've used the Engduro to get us out of a bind, whether it's been snow biking, dirt biking, adventure biking. What you don't see is that around the house it helps sometimes too. I'm going to give you a quick review of that. And I'm going to give you a quick review of my new little kit here, which I've put together through sourcing a bunch of things just online. Part of it from Etsy, part of it from Amazon, and I think even a Home Depot. So let's take a look. All right, you're seeing a bit of a spread here. You see I have a number of Engduros. We've bought a bunch of them over the years. We've even bought, I think, a batch of 10 or 15, and we gave them away to some of our DATS customers. So this is the double track. It doesn't have anything loaded in it right now except for its 8 and 10 mil socket, little driver there, and the extension. But I could load that thing up again. The single track is quite good too. It's got an 8 and a 10, and you can choose what you put in there. One of the problems we have with these is they're so convenient to carry, but then you forget about it in your pocket or in your jacket or whatever, and they start to rust. So I'm hoping they come out with a better bit solution there. And on occasion, we've lost these guys. They've just kind of jettisoned themselves at some point, and then they're gone.
and they seem to be unique length, which is not easily replaced. So that's the single track and the double track. One of the other challenges we're having is, you see this socket will no longer fit in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to polish that a little bit and try to pop that back in. And then of course I've got all kinds of extra hex bits here. I can build up a different one, just leave it with my snowbiking stuff or with my dirt biking stuff, with the adventure bike. Let's take a look at this little guy. So I wanted something I could easily carry in my pocket kind of all the time. So I built this thing, and it works great. I've had it for 3 or 4 weeks now. Let's take a look at what's inside. So I do have my, well here, let's pull out the most obvious thing in the back here. This is a little pry bar, which has come in quite handy. It's a screwdriver that I have to use quite often when I'm using camera gear. There's a big flathead on the bottom. And then for scraping away things, prying things, this is probably my newest thing, so it hasn't seen a lot of action. My other pry bar is just off screen there. I know that I like having them around. Tweezers, I've had to pull earplugs out of my ears that got in too deep, and I have slivers quite regularly because I have a stove in my office. I'm always chopping and handling wood. I have the bits that I need for all my motos. The Triumph needs the Torx more, the KTMs need the hex, and every now and then you need a little flathead to get in somewhere. Okay, so that's pretty cool. This is the main driver I'm using. It's called a lollipop driver. Look how cool that is. And it's actually really satisfying to play with. Hex driver on the end, so I can put any of these bits in there. But this is the real beauty of this thing. Now you've got torque. So I use this all the time. Like when I come back from snow biking, my seat's wet. That's a snow biker thing. You all know if you snow bike. So you got to take the seat off and stand it up so it can drain out over the next day or two, so your bum isn't immediately wet on your next ride. Going back here, there's one more really cool part to this because I don't have the socket solution yet, right? So these are 4 metric sockets by Klein. And so I've got my 7, my 8, what is it, a 10 and a 12. Plus, I've got this thing, which is quite a nice reach, good extension. So it can just pop right into here and off we go. And as it happens, the 7 also works perfectly with all these guys. So I got my extension, I got my extra torque. This is right now my favorite setup. It cost me way more than an Engduro because this thing was like 70 bucks, and I don't remember what the Klein stuff was, but Klein stuff is so good. It is not cheap. Pry bar, tweezers or whatever, and this thing cost a bit of money, but I like having things like this. They've been around for years. Here's my wallet. It's all nicely patinaed and beaten up. Okay, that's enough babbling. So you can see on the table here, I've got some other things. These are great for future chats. Traditional kit. Here's another way to make other little tiny kits. We'll just cover that next time. This is my main go-to if I'm going anywhere interesting. If I need to expand the kit into full sockets, I go here. And this guy, that's a whole separate video. This is the thing I've often wished I had with me and seem to never have it when I want it. All right, that's it for this one. I'll try and do one of these every now and then just to mix things up.
We're back. Again.
Yeah.
And you again. I lost my buddies.
He's over there.
Do it that way, okay. All right, I'll chase him down, thanks.
Go ahead.
I have to go around in circles. Go until failure, eh? I took too much. down. I shifted down. Oh dear. Get my radio up here. I went down. This will be a fun lift. This is like military press. As long as I don't go down into the tree well. Oh, I just did. Let's put more in here. I don't really want to pull any muscles trying to do this. Right? Yeah. It'll help. It's okay. End of day guy doesn't want to come out. Get hurt. I got bored. 2 seconds after I turned off the camera. I'm like, just go do it. So we'll give it a try. Come on. Maybe not so easy. Come on. I'm out. I did it. I did it myself.
I've got to learn how to use this new DJI Osmo 6. It's standing right there on my tool case. Check this out. This is so cool, and I've got my little microphone right here, so my audio should sound pretty good. Two quick little things. One, I'm going to use my little EDC, my lollipop driver, to pop my seat off, put it in the sink, let it dry, and then I'm going to show you the damage that I created over on this side and why we cut down some of our fairings. Okay, here we go. Got my lollipop driver. Really simple little thing. It's probably cranked on there pretty good, so I'm going to use this. There we go. Take off the seat, put it in the sink. I've heard of people treating their seats like with a spray on. I forget what Marco uses. If any of you guys know, have ideas for yourself, please share it in the comments. Okay, let's come over here now. Okay, here we have some smashed up snow bike parts. I started taking this off and I actually discovered I don't have in my toolkit, was it a 5mm? So I ended up using these guys, which I did have. I wanted to see if I could make do, and it works. I just didn't finish taking it off. Now, if we go around to the other side, you can see it just broke right off there. So I either hit it hard against something, or I was carving, and I dumped it, or I just went really low. We've broken them a number of times on steep side hills with deep snow, or just doing donuts until you crash. These will catch enough snow that they'll just rip right off. So we shine a bright light behind here, draw a line, and then cut it with a little wheel on the Dremel. That's about it. I'm going to poach some of the parts off of Andrew's bike because he has the exact same bike. It's not into a snow bike yet. He's still recovering from his carpal tunnel surgery, and we'll get some of these on order. Okay, that's it. This Osmo camera is pretty fun, and I'm going to be using it as part of my work at DAT, so I figured I might as well try it out here.